Welcome to the Master of the Metaverse. I am your host, good old Graybeard. Okay, first time viewers, do not miss out. Hit those likes, hit those subscribe buttons, hit those bell notifications, all the above, okay? Because here we like to remind what free minds can do. We're starting live streaming, okay? So congratulations, you get to see Graybeard's short horror films. Now I must take the time to say thank you. Okay, thank you to all the viewers. Thank you to all my current subscribers. Because of you all, we are now able to live stream. Okay, we hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers just before the year mark. Okay, and so thank you for your support. Thank you for being there for me. And all I'm trying to do is return the favor and bring you guys value. This is why I've decided to do this, and get involved with social media and learn all this business. Okay, so thank you, like I said, and also thank you to my family for all your support, and thank you to all my friends for allowing me to throw up on you in the beginning. Okay, but it's amazing what this journey has turned into. All right, this is my first live stream. Okay, it's episode 43 of the Master of the Metaverse. Okay, but it's also my first live stream. We are finishing out my first year by entering the next phase. So like I said, if you and your kids like short horror films, you can chime in here weekly and I'll give that to you. All right. My mission statement here at the Master of the Metaverse is to extend a daily peace offering to my fellow companions with intent to encourage, motivate, and inspire action through joy, laughter, and creativity. All right, this is my Discord. I believe I set the Discord link. All right, but you can chat here with me. I'm still figuring out if people are viewing or whatnot. Go ahead, blast me. It's okay. But here's my Discord, and also on the chat with YouTube. It's okay. You can let me know that my breath stings through the video. I don't mind. First live stream. I just want to kind of explain the hows and the whys. All this got started at the end of 2021. Okay, but just to give everybody a little bit of a bio. Okay, this is an opportunity for the viewers, those that are supporting me and comment and all the above. Thank you. It's an opportunity for me to be who I am, which is raw and rugged and 100. And it was fun making videos and doing all the editing. But I think I said the next step here is live streaming. Anyways, I'm from San Diego, California, born and raised. Okay, on the playground is where I spend most of my days. Playing sports, and I've always stayed away from the computer digital realm. All right, you guys. And so when I made the decision to come into and become the master of the metaverse, okay, I was scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I yapped my mouth about it, but my guns weren't loaded. Okay, and I was told your whole life, okay, if you're gonna come to play, you best have your guns loaded. Well, I didn't have that. I just had the idea, and I started making videos with my phone, and it's turned into a whole lot more. Okay, but it all started out with me investing into cryptocurrency, into also the stock market, and had an opportunity to do something different. I wanted something different for my family. I wanted something different for my own lifestyle, so I have to do something different. Okay, the original 40 plan that everybody works, this wasn't working for me anymore, and for the standard that I want to give to my son and his legacy. We're doing something different. So I got started into stocks and crypto investing, and basically was real lazy at first. Just kind of checking in and out and not really do much research. Okay, but I turned in at one point. I got into the books and I came across some terminologies, And what happened was, Shiba Inu was one of my heavy investments. Um, December 3rd of 2021, they made an announcement that they plan to enter the metaverse. And at the time, I didn't really know what it was either. Okay, but I was very interested in Shiba Inu community, and I was very interested in this buzzword of the metaverse. I'm not so sure if you have seen the movie Ready Player One, but it's a virtual world full of virtual currencies of interaction, game playing, and a whole lot of other weird stuff. But it's more than that. It's more than just gameplay. From what I am researching and finding. All right, and so I just want to push it forward and share the information. That's all we're doing. Is just pushing it forward. So when Shiba Inu announced that they're entering the metaverse December 3rd of 2021, that's when I freaked out. My interest in Shiba Inu and my interest in the metaverse kind of did its own little merge, and they all started dancing and interweaving, just like digital and real world realities, and it's all starting to happen everywhere. And I tried to present that on my YouTube channel, but like I said, after Shiba Inu made the announcement that they plan to enter the metaverse, 10 days later, Graybeard made a YouTube channel called The Master of the Metaverse. Okay, so here is my channel here. We're doing shorts, we've done videos, we're sharing the meta portfolio, and we're making shorts. Let's share this with everybody real quick. Oh my gosh. What?
Yeah, fuck. Bet you can't hit the picture when it's 250. Follow me instead.
Whoa. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, what happened was I was doing research about YouTube videos, and I researched people have one video with 1 million views, and it's usually golf swing girls, and I get upset, and so I wanted 1 million views, so I decided to make my own golf swing video, trying to gain some followers. Okay, I'm sorry, but it happened, and we're not gonna delete it. Okay, so we're doing crazy stuff on the YouTube. Okay, like I said, what was featured is the meta portfolio. Go through, you can find all these metaverse companies. Here's the Twitch channel. All right, where I've learned live streaming, working with the Twitch studio, and also here is the TikToks. Also getting very interesting as well.
Morning, folks. Master of Metaverse here. Don't forget to press your likes and your subscribe and follow me on your TikToks on my channel. We're doing crazy things here like herding cats. Right? Get ready.
Right. So guys, what I've learned, you guys, is that this is I've talking about stocks and crypto and NFTs, but I've learned that this is not financial advice here at the Master of the Metaverse. This is more like sharing is caring. Okay, I really think that this information is important to our futures. Okay, and what's happening. So I'm just trying to jump in first, be the general, and jump out there first into the wild, wild west. Gain some scars but get in the trenches and share it with everybody. Okay, that's all we're doing here. Excuse me. Where's your damn posterity? All right, so what we're doing here exactly today is, like I said, what I'm doing is basically documenting my journey here into the metaverse. Everybody gets to see all my failures. Everybody gets to see all of my, attempts to be, like I said, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Let's be real. For those of you who are my friends, if you're watching live, I still don't know if you're chatting. I still can't see it yet. Someone tell me, okay, later, okay? But I don't know what I'm doing here. We're just diving in, okay? I'm that kind of person. I'm either going to give you 0% or I'm going to give you 110%. And so right now I'm diving in and drowning. But we're learning, okay? So, what we want to do now is recap. Okay, we want to recap exactly what I've been up to. Okay, or how all this started. Okay, the next phase for me is going to be live streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and on TikTok. 2023 is the year of live stream for me. Okay, we're doing sports shows, Web3 gaming, okay, Metaverse gaming. We're doing all of it. 2023 and all these platforms. That's what's happening, okay? But we want to kind of recap a little bit to end year one, okay? So go back a little bit. Sorry to do this to everybody, but we're going to go back, and I would share this with you, but I was in the moment. This was episode 1. We're in the same hat. This is episode 1 of the Master of the Metaverse. And it was just a raw, rugged time. Kind of the reason why I made the decision to get started. So just kind of want to share with you real quick. I know it's kind of weird. I got a live stream. I'm showing video myself, but I can't relive the moment. Okay, so I'm going to just press play. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. For that, okay, you guys, we need to do more than just wait for the storm to pass, if you will. We need to get on some war paint, okay? War paint, if you will. War paint it up, all right? And go learn how to go dance in the rain, okay? Go dance in the rain, folks, because we don't have time. So, whew. Look, I don't mean to get off track. We're talking about the metaverse here. Never mind all those things, okay? As you can see, we got symbols here. And I want to explain to everybody these symbols. I got war paints now. I got bubblegum strip hats. I got butterflies in the background, okay? I need you guys to understand that it's time to move forward. And either way that means in your life, no matter what it is, in your family, at your work, or at your job, it's time to move forward on whatever it is that you're going through, or your dreams, especially your dreams. Okay, so I'm gonna make a vow, you guys. I'm gonna make a vow. The butterflies right here is really my wife's favorite creature and animal since before we got married. 12 years ago, and now it's gonna be our family symbol. And we're all 4 of us here are going to start flying. I can promise you that, because I'm going to make this vow to everybody who's watching this video. I'm going to stop caterpilling my ass around this world. Okay, I'm going to cocoon up. I'm going to transform. I'm going to do what it takes to transform, so I can learn how to fucking fly. I'm done. That was the end of 2021 when the whole world was going through a lot. Okay, and I was pinned up in the corner, and I had to make a move. Okay, and so like I said, folks, so we have to learn how to dance in the rain. We can't wait for the storm to pass anymore. We got to become rain dancers. So pay attention to some weird shorts I might make in the future with rain dancing. Okay, it is the time of giving. Okay, and for the sake of my first live stream and to extend my views, we're gonna get more weird and play more of my own videos. Okay, but to be more serious, this is probably my most serious video during a time of thanks. It's my video called The Attitude of Gratitude. Have an attitude of gratitude. If you've missed out, if you haven't seen this video, please share it. Share it with your friends, family, and neighbors. And for anybody who needs a jolt during this time. So. And today we're going to talk about, and I'm going to share my personal experience of why it's important to have an attitude of gratitude. The time has come for me to share my story on how I achieved my precious, my precious, guys. And, it's my championship ring in college football. And I can already hear some of my friends, oh, here we go. Man's talking about his 1984, community college ring. Get out of here, guy. And it's 2005, dick. Many of my friends know about it, but many don't know the story behind it. Other than you have to win to get yourself a ring. God, today is the day that I finally tell the truth about it. So you guys are lucky. Stay tuned. Some have noticed that during my videos on Meta Motivation Monday that I'm now wearing this big old ring. Okay? And it's because for me now, guys, Monday is like game day. When I wear the ring, or you see me wear the ring, I think it's easy to assume that, I think about perseverance and commitment and being a champ. And you guys are right. That's absolutely right. I do recognize those things and the memories of being there. Okay, but the truth is, when I look at it, what glares at me the most is not how big it is or the diamonds that are in it. What I remember and what it reminds me of is when I almost quit. And what ended up happening is I ended up almost quitting on one of the happiest moments of my life till this day. It's right up at you guys with my wedding day and the birth of my son. 17 years ago, 2005, I was working full-time In-N-Out Burger. I was a cleanup crew manager making $11 an hour, working from 5 a.m. to 1:30 in the afternoon. It gave me just enough time to get to practice from 2 p.m. to 5:30. And after practice was over, it gave me just enough time to, take a shower, grab a bite to eat, maybe squeeze in some homework before class from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Guys, if you want to be a collegiate athlete, you got to be in school full time. So I'm in full-time school, full-time work, full-time football 17 years ago. And guys, at the time, I was, staying with my sister at her house, sleeping on her couch in her living room. So the 5 hours that I got every night was on a damn couch. But don't worry, at the age of 20 years old, I eventually progressed and graduated back into my own room. So guys, it was just fair to say that back in the day, that I was getting busy. But it's also fair to say that I felt like a lone wolf. Even though I was getting busy, and my family wasn't exactly that supportive in the sense of, the traditional route. Everybody in my family had great paying jobs and they were handling, their lives, and here I am working at In-N-Out Burger, chasing dreams. So guys, at 20 years old, I'm in the grind of my life. And my family, really lacks the belief and really didn't show support as far as the football was concerned. And my friends were all partying and having a good old time, turning 21. Couldn't hate on them, really. So guys, in many, many ways, I felt alone and like a lone wolf in my own direction, trying to survive. Guys, and the struggles really started to get to me. Really started to get to me, guys, up here in the mental game. It became very, very easy to complain about everything. So I first started complaining about the football. Guys, I don't get enough playing time to put together my scouting. Forget this football nonsense. School. I can't get a grant because my parents make too much money, but I sleep on a damn couch. Forget education. My truck. I got a piece of shit car. And I start complaining about my job. I'm the French fry guy now, but I can't get a raise. Those cheeseburgers are so good. And the lowest part, very, very shallow, is, I started complaining about my family. They don't believe in me anyways. Halfway through the season, none of them have been to one game. Guys, I had a real hard time with this. It was, I don't know what it was for me. It was tough. To the point where I started questioning myself. You know, am I doing the right thing here? Is my family right? You know, am I messing up, chasing dreams? It basically just messed me up here. I victimized myself, and for the first time in my life, I had the poorest attitudes, guys. Poor attitude. And for the first time in my life, I had made the decision to quit. As I'll never forget that day, sitting there in a smelly, empty locker room. Normally I'm first on the field. Everyone's already out the practice field and I'm not pinned up. Guys, I got my helmet, my pads, all of my gear ready to hand in to Howard, the equipment manager. Guys, for the first time in my life, I'm so ready to quit. So I exited the locker room with pads in hand, and I kicked open the double doors into the empty hallway. Guys, and I'm going to switch gears here, but I can't recall any other time in my life, maybe one, where a feeling stopped me and basically overwhelmed me immediately. And I still don't know how to describe it. It was almost like it was a hand that put me to a halt in this empty hallway by myself. And I will never forget the attitude that I felt right then and there in that moment of my life. I was ready to walk out, guys. Ready to walk out. Something goes, whoa. Hold up. Let's get something straight here. So before you do something stupid, I know you want to quit and you have a poor attitude and you want to complain about everything. Let's go over it real quick. You're complaining about football. You're being on this team. When 300 young men tried out and you're one of 53 and you're here, the best community program in the country. What's the problem? Nobody asked you to be here. You get to be here. You're complaining about school. Guess what, Ben? You get to go to school and get yourself an education. Good for you. You know, you're complaining about your piece of shit car. Ben, guess what? You get to have a car to take you from A to B conveniently. And now you're complaining about your job. Guess what, Ben? You get to have a job so you can go pay for food. And worst of all, Ben, now you're complaining about your family. Guess what, Ben? You have a family. There's nothing but love you unconditionally. Look at all the things I have given you. You want to sit there and complain about everything? You know what? Go ahead and quit. Because you're already acting undeserving as it is. Give me one more practice. But be grateful. Have an attitude of gratitude. Remember your blessings I've bestowed. Go see what happens. Guys, okay, so needless to say, I went back and I went and pinned up. Ran out to the practice field super late. Coach yells, "Stelzer, why are you late?" I said, "Put me in, coach. I'll show you why." He points his finger, guys, like he didn't get phased, right? You know, puts me in. And guys, it goes without saying that I opened up plenty of cans that afternoon.
And by the end of practice, it was very, very clear that you had to stay out of Stelz's way. Because I would have laid out the head coach if he lined up. What? Woo! Guys, I'll never forget that day. Felt bulletproof. I felt untouchable. Guys, I went so nutty that I earned myself a starting spot as the wedge breaker on kickoff return. You know anything about special teams? It's for a bunch of wackos. Well, I earned the starting spot that day. Everybody knew that I was a nutcase for the rest of the season. Guys, all because somebody said, hey, be grateful. Guys, what's crazy is I started getting more playing time, right? And we got to the playoffs. And I got my first 2 collegiate recorded sacks in the playoffs. You know? Guys, we got to the semifinals in Los Angeles. You know, I called the family, hey, come on, come out to this game. They didn't make it, it's okay. But what happened? We won. So, guys, which meant in 2 weeks that we had to go to Fresno for the national championship game against San Francisco City. So I called the family, my sisters, my brother, my mom, my dad. I said, look, 2 weeks, I'm going to be in Fresno. I really, 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 really would love for you to be there. And gratefully, they showed up. My brother, my sisters, my nephew. He was 5, the age of my son, you guys. My mom, my dad. All got to watch me do it that day. And like I mentioned earlier, guys, till this day, it's one of the happiest memories of my life. Don't quit. And continue to have an attitude of gratitude. I intend to have a new approach, folks, with gratitude, so I can rip through everything again.
I really appreciate if you joined in watching that. Like I said, this is the foundation of my channel. Just kind of all the stuff that we've been going through. And I know people can relate. I know many can relate. All right. Just trying to be a motivator, trying to be an encourager, just trying, motivate people to do something different, to do something more than just continue to be in this rut, continue to be in this cloud, this funk that everybody seems to be in. Not me. Not for that long. Okay. So anyways, what we're doing here is taking my last shot. Okay. I'm 37 years old, getting ready to turn 38 here coming up, and this is just a last move that I'm making, my last shot. To do something significant, to reach my potential. And I could not make it, but I'm not going to go through my whole life and saying what if. Okay, I'm not going to look back. I have a 7-year-old son watching my every move. So, I'm not going to look back and have regrets. Okay, 10 years from now, look back and say, you know what, I should have done something. Not Graybeard. Graybeard going to do something right now. Okay, so guys, get ready. We're going to do something significant here in the future, where I am trying to build an army, trying to build a community, and it starts this year with live streaming. I got to reach out to people, reach out to join me. We'll send out Zoom links. We'll get crazy here at the Master of the Metaverse. Okay, it's all good. All right, we're trying to build a butterfly squadron. I'm trying to recruit, trying to find those people that want to fly with me. As I work full time. Okay, and I'm a father, I'm a husband. Okay, but now it's the time for the good fellas. Okay, now it's the time to do something more, do something extra. Blue collar guys doing something extra. to come up for our families, okay? Because ain't no one gonna do it for us, correct? So, excuse me, getting a little excited, but to end the episode, all right? What we're doing for the next 8 live streams, okay? We got to get to episode 52 by the year mark. I got a lot of work to do. I want to thank everybody for your patience. I'm a little bit behind, okay? I kind of feel like I'm behind in the fourth quarter, and my quarterback just fumbled the ball, okay? But I've been in that situation plenty of times, okay? Victorious, okay? Coming up victorious. So we're going to get caught up. We're going to hit episode 52 by the 1 year mark, okay? And we're going to do so by recapping all the things that we've learned and researched about the metaverse, okay? Number one, starting out with music, fashion, sports, and entertainment, okay? You're gonna flip out on what's happening in the sports world and fashion, okay, in the metaverse, okay? Avatars is also a trend that's been happening in the past few years, but we're gonna get into further detail about avatars, okay? We're gonna do a whole live stream, spend a lot of time about avatars. We're gonna do one about NFTs. A lot of people are still confused exactly about what NFTs are. You know, I've learned and tried to master the basis of it, but there's a whole nother level, okay? There's a whole, like, a calculus level with NFTs, okay? So we all have to start talking that together. I'm going to do a live stream on blockchain gaming, okay? Working with Web3 and Gala, okay? We're going to do one on cryptocurrency, update everybody on the world and what's happening and why I believe it's significant to the metaverse, okay? We're going to go into tech, companies, and stocks, recap all the companies that we went over in the meta portfolio. Not every company is something you can invest in, like Cox and Twitch, but they're doing some significant things, okay? We're going to save the best for last. We're going to get into the medical field. You guys are going to flip out. You're going to flip out on what is happening in the metaverse in the medical field, okay? And also with education. Last but not least, if you caught my episode 5, Master the Metaverse, I'm pretty serious about education and about how we can utilize education or utilize this tool of the metaverse, and not to brainwash, not to keep people inside, but to be efficient. Okay, so I really want to get in and save the best for last, which is education and training. Okay, and that leads us into episode 52 with our 1 year anniversary celebration episode. Okay, so with that, it's time for me to get to work. I want to say thank you for those that are joining me here. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for saying hello. And until next time, okay, peace be the journey, and one love.